Now joined by head coach Neal Brown of Troy. If you have a question for Coach Brown, please press star one on your telephone's keypad at this time. Coach, before we get to questions, can you give us your thoughts on last week's game against Idaho and the upcoming bye week?
Yes, it really good win for us at Idaho. That's a tough trip. Changed up our schedule and went out a day early. Went out on Thursday, but a really good win for us. We started off slow, didn't play our best, but I was really proud of how our guys handled some adversity, especially early in the game. Defensively, we played much better against the pass than we did the week prior against New Mexico State. And then offensively, other than turning the ball over, we didn't punt, which is always a positive. We did have 3 turnovers, one of them coming on a Hail Mary, so I don't really count that. But it's a good win. Bye week's hitting at a good time for us. We're beat up a little bit. We've had three trips where we got back at 4 a.m. or later, so our guys need a rest, and so we're going to give them a couple days, and we'll practice 3 times this week and give them the weekend off and then get ready for Georgia State.
All right, Coach, thank you very much. We'll start with Brandon Silvers on Saturday. 373 yards was a career high for him. I mean, what did you, from your perspective, what did you see from Brandon on Saturday?
Well, he's played extremely well this year. The exception being at Southern Miss in a downpour of rain. That's been the only game where he's been off. But I really think he's maturing. I think he's as good as any quarterback in our league. Gets the ball out of his hands super quick. You know, people make a big deal about our low sack numbers, but he's got as much to do with that as anybody because he gets the ball out of his hands so fast. And then Idaho really packed the box to slow down Jordan Chunn. He's been our main weapon on offense. And so early in the game, we went to the pass, and Brandon threw the ball downfield probably better than he has at any point during his career.
And Coach, you mentioned Jordan Chunn. He still ran for 137 yards against sometimes 8-man boxes. I mean, what did you see from him again on Saturday?
Well, I think he's a very physical runner. I think he's a guy that, as the game progresses, he gets better. I think you've seen that. And once he gets above 15 carries is when he plays at his best. And huge thing, we've been able to run the clock out in the second half of 3 out of our 4 wins. You know, and he's the guy we're handing it to, and we've made a lot of improvement in the run game up front. Our offensive line is our most improved area on our football team by far, but he's a load to tackle, and guys do it early in the game, but he's 230 pounds, and the more you ask him to do it, he kind of has his will the later in the games.
Coach, you now prepare for Georgia State on October 15th with the upcoming bye week. What are the plans for this week as you prepare for that game?
Well, we gave our kids off till Tuesday. First time we'll see them is on Tuesday afternoon, which I think is important. We didn't play very well coming off bye week last year, so we've kind of reassessed over the off season how we wanted to handle those. So what we're going to do is we'll have a light practice on Tuesday, and then we'll practice Wednesday and Thursday, and then give them Friday, Saturday, and Sunday off. And then approach Georgia State on Monday like a normal game week. Kind of a weird schedule. We basically have, I think, two football games over the next 25-plus days, and those are within a 5-day period. So we play Georgia State on the 15th and then come back on that following Thursday and play South. So we've got to get some preparations done for South this week as well.
And, Coach, finally, your team is one of 3 in the Sun Belt to earn votes in this week's USA Today Coaches Poll Top 25. What do you think from your perspective does it say about, your team in this conference right now?
Well, I think our conference is getting better, and I've said this all along. I think the coaching in our league is really really strong. I think a lot of credit needs to be given to the administrations in our league for giving the coaches the resources, not only going out and hiring head coaches, but the quality at the assistant level is extremely high as well too. So, as far as receiving votes, obviously South's had two big wins outside the league. That's well deserved. If you were just looking at us on paper, with our only loss being to the number 3 team in the country at their place by 6 points, you'd almost want to know why we didn't. Now, why we're not getting more votes. But then if you look at the whole body of work and what we did last year, we're happy to be in the conversation.
All right, Coach, thank you very much for your time this morning. We appreciate it.
Thank you. Y'all have a great day.